area formula method with grids. So let's go ahead and get started. What is it? Space occupied by a flat shape or the surface of an object. Why? Helps with construction. Interesting fact, the roar of a lion can be heard from 8 kilometers or 5 miles away. And so here's the formula that we need to know. Area is equal to length times width. So now let's go over the steps. Step 1, count the number of rows and columns. Step 2, multiply the number, the rows and columns. And step 3, make sure to add the units at the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first example. And we're going to find the area of each of the figure if each square is 1 square centimeters, which just means the length and width is 1 centimeter. So now let's go ahead and, so as you can see, we have 3 rows because there's 3 different colors. So now we're going to go ahead and write 3 rows, which means that each the length is going to be 3 centimeters. So if we go ahead and now do it with the columns, as you can see, there are 2 colors. So that means the width is 2 centimeters. So now we're going to go ahead and use the area formula, which is length times width. And we're going to multiply the rows times the columns. And when we do that, we're going to get 6 centimeters or 16 meters squared. And as you see from, if you count the number of squares, you have 6. So that means we did it correctly, and that is your final answer. Now let's take a look at example 2. In this case, we just rotated the shape or rectangle. So now we're going to go ahead and count the number of rows. In this case, we have 2, because as you can see, there's 2 colors. So that means the length is 2 centimeters, and we have 2 rows. So therefore, let's go ahead and count the columns. So let's go ahead and do that. So now we have 3 columns because there are 3 colors, which means the width or the length is going to be 3 centimeters. So now we're going to use the area formula, which is area is equal to length times width. So in this particular case, we have 2 rows times 3 columns, which is going to give me 6 square centimeters or 6 centimeters squared. And if you see, if you count the number of squares inside the rectangle, we have 6. So that means we did it correctly. Let's take a look at the next example. It's a little bit longer, but we still have the same process. We're going to count the number of rows. So as you can see, we have 2 rows because there are two colors. So let's go ahead and write it down. So that means the width is 2 centimeters, and or length, depending on how you do it. Now we're going to go ahead and then take a look at the columns. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. So that means we're going to have 5 columns, which means the width or length, depending on how you do it, is 5 centimeters. And now we're going to go ahead and use the area formula, and then which is length times width, or in this particular case, rows times columns. So we're going to go ahead and multiply together, and we get 10. All right, so you see, if you count the number of squares inside the rectangle, you get 10 as well. So that means my area is 10 square centimeters or 10 centimeters squared. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this example. It's a little bit different, but it's, as you can see, it is a square. So that one is actually a little bit easier. Now let's go ahead and count the number of rows. Okay, as you can see, we have 4 rows because we have 4 colors. So now we're going to go ahead and write down 4 cm. And then now we're going to go ahead and find the column after that. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 4 columns because we have 4 colors going down. So, and then now we can write the 4 cm on the top. And now we're going to go ahead and find the area. So we're going to use the formula, which once again is length times width. Or in this case, we're going to do rows times columns, which is 4 times 4, which is 16. Or as you can see on the left, if you count the number of squares, you get 16. So multiplication is a little bit easier, especially when you get to higher numbers. So that so since they're both the same, the area is 16 square centimeters or 16 centimeters squared. Now it is your turn. So use the formula method to answer these questions. You have 3 of them. So go ahead and pause the video so you can take the time to answer these questions at your own pace. And 3, 2, and 1. Here are the answers. If you wrote square centimeters instead of centimeters squared, you're still correct. And if you got them correct, all of them, good job. And if you didn't, there's always tomorrow.